Huffington Post and TYT put together some good compilations of Bill O'Reilly since his firing. Now, what I did here is I spliced their two respective compilations together and did some tweaks. And now we have what I would describe as Bill O'Reilly's entire career in about 6 minutes.
Enter the race hustlers who do what they always do. Again, it gets worse. The hate site Salon bannered this headline.
I never comment on smear merchants.
The hate site Media Matters bannered this.
You know, the far left kooks, like this nut at the Washington Post, Milbank. But he's a dishonest man.
Then liberal newspapers like the San Jose Mercury News spread the propaganda. You're a hack. Ah, but Mr. Colbert is a deceiver. And you are a hack.
Arrogant idiot.
All right, cut him off. Cut him off. He's a jerk. I covered 4 wars with a pen. Okay? So don't impugn my courage ever again. You're a weasel. And the far left smear merchants have the nerve, the gall to say America's a white supremacist nation, where the reality is that young black men are doing far more damage than the police in Chicago. We have a case there now. Right. The police in Minneapolis. Young black American men are so often involved in crime. Violent crime generated by African Americans is an enormous social problem. The reason there is so much violence and chaos in the black precincts is the disintegration of the African American family. The left hates that, hates it, because it is racial profiling, but it's really criminal profiling. Democrats have been very successful in convincing some voters that the Republican Party favors the rich and is anti-woman. Most poor people in this country have computers, have big screen TVs, have cars, have air conditioning. This myth that there are kids who don't have anything to eat is a total lie. You know, you're making a lot of noise there, which is rude to Monica, and I don't think you want to be rude. You know, you're snorting out there, and I want you to knock it off. Killing babies in America. That's the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. For $5,000, Tiller, the baby killer, as some call him, will perform a late-term abortion for just about anyone. He's killed thousands of late-term fetuses without explanation. No question Dr. Tiller has blood on his hands. Zealots say my reporting on Tiller motivated the man, even though there's absolutely no evidence of that. The accusers object to my using the term Tiller, the baby killer, which was the doctor's well-known nickname. If you're a Christian or a white man in the USA, it's open season on you. It's a changing country. The demographics are changing. It's not a traditional America anymore. 20 years ago, President Obama would have been roundly defeated by an establishment candidate like Mitt Romney. The white establishment is now the minority. We need problem solvers, not ideologues. Well, you want a war? You got a war. I'm not going to sit here any longer and take this garbage. Okay. Now, I can't read it. There's no words on it. Sure. There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
Homeless people are all over the place, urinating and defecating in the streets, panhandling, and when they need money to buy booze or drugs, committing crimes. You have a child now, all right?
Yes, who, by the way, did not sign up to be brought up on national TV in a drug discussion.
Barack Obama has deep emotional ties to Islam.
That's what this gay marriage thing is all about. You can marry 18 people, you can marry a duck.
There's got to be some downside to having a woman president, right? Something that may not fit with that office. Liberal women and feminist women particularly, they're looking to be offended every 2 minutes. I'm just trying to process that milk thing and put you in Whole Foods searching for milk. That's a great image. Lena Dunham calls.
Greg, will you come over to talk about Lenny Kravitz and I'll mention your book?
I didn't hear a word she said. I was looking at the James Brown wig. I'm watching her and I'm going, is that her real hair? I should be listening to her.
Wearing a mini skirt and a halter top with a bare midriff. Now again, here you go. So every predator in the world is going to pick that up.
Yes, you were jogging.
I was jogging.
And you were actually sweating.
Yeah, it was hot as hell out.
Can we get video of that for next week?
Sure, no problem.
All right. No, I'm serious. Many women who get pregnant are blasted out of their minds when they have sex. They're not going to use birth control anyway. Both favor pretty much abortion at any time for any reason. And they hide behind the women's health issue. But that could be a migraine headache. You want me to give you my hard-earned money so you can have sex. When was the last time you saw a public service ad telling young black girls to avoid becoming pregnant? The reason Trayvon Martin died was because he looked a certain way, and it wasn't based on skin color, and that way is how gangstas look. Freddie Gray's lifestyle for many years led him to this terrible thing. The left sees white men as a problem. Left wants power taken away from the white establishment. How can anyone provide a job that pays a decent salary to somebody who can barely read or write, to somebody who can't speak English, to somebody who has tattoos all over their body? And many of them are ill-educated and have tattoos on their foreheads. It's blacks. You know, you're trapping the blacks. Slaves that worked there were well-fed and had decent lodgings.
Black Americans are starting to think more and more for themselves.
Because we had won a hellacious war, white America was kind of unified, and standards of behavior were very similar. That unification made it easier for society to function. But after 9/11, we pretty much dropped that race stuff, did we not? We pretty much were all Americans there, right? All right. I hear yes, I hear no.
It was like going into an Italian restaurant in an all-white suburb.
A lot of people don't know that you can't say the term Oriental anymore. My world is a fairly expansive one. I don't know any racists.
So you keep your mouth shut.
Or I'll boot you right off the set. You are a hack. Come on, you coward. You want anarchy. You are lying. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Mr. O'Reilly, you lack good manners and you are rude. I am also sure you have some kind of sexual hang-up.
Oh, man. So, again, credit to Huffington Post put together half that, basically. TYT put together the other half. So credit to them. I just kind of jacked it from them and spliced it together and did a few tweaks, and that was that, because there were some repeat clips in there if I didn't do some extra tweaking. But there you have it, Bill O'Reilly's career in about 6 minutes. You know, the one thing I just brazenly jacked from him, I love the put down smear merchant. I think it's the greatest, attack ever. It's it's like an old school. You know what else he says? He also says gutter snipe. He's like, you're such a gutter snipe. I haven't used that one yet because I'm not yet 53 years old or older. But maybe in due time I will use that one. But I will continue to use smear merchant because not only is it an awesome put down, it's also totally accurate the times I've used it. When I'm getting attacked on Twitter for some bullshit I didn't say or whatever. Thank you, smear merchant. You know, you should feel ashamed of yourself, you smear merchant. He just rolls off the tongue so harsh, and it's the right kind of that you want somebody to feel. So, Bill O'Reilly's career, there you have it, all rolled up into a nice, tight little 6-minute clip.